Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys have been enjoying the double upload today. I uploaded my mystery Alien Predator unboxing as well as my reaction to the new Red Band teaser trailer for these Alien 40th anniversary shorts. In that video I also reacted to the 17-second teaser for the short film Containment, also part of that, I guess you can call it an anthology of short films. In that video, I said I may or may not be doing a shot-by-shot analysis of the Red Band trailer, but here I am. I'm going to squeeze it in, triple upload. Let's do this. 20th Century Fox, not a whole lot going on. Next, in celebration of 40 years of Alien. For people who are not following the channel, it is the 40th anniversary of the 1979 film Alien, and we will be getting 6 independent short films that take place in the Alien, I guess, mythos or universe, if you will. Next, and I'm going to be saying next because it's easier for me to edit, so next. We saw this in the last trailer. I'm not really going to say a whole lot. It's a beautiful environment. It's very, very reminiscent of the hallways that Brett and Parker were working in the first Alien. So I think that's really cool. Got a little red flashing right there above the door. So something's going down. Let's move on. This, not a whole lot going on either. They're obviously wary or cautious of something going on. So it looks like she's holding, I believe it's an axe or some kind of giant wrench, because I think she beats something up later in the trailer. No clue what's going on. Mystery, mystery. Let's move on. Here, yeah, so you have the guy here with the axe. I guess he thinks he can take down whatever it is that's running loose in the facility. My guess is that it's... I think they're under the impression that when the alien came out of whoever's chest, it's still that same size. That same thing. So maybe that's why they're carrying an axe instead of actual weapons? Who knows? Who knows? But, and also they don't look as spooked as they would be if they knew there's like a 8-foot alien after him. So, you know, there you go. It's kind of reminiscent of the first Alien, when obviously the chest burster comes out of Kane and they're running around the ship searching for it with not that great of weapons. So there you go. Moving on. 6 terrifying new tales. Like I said, 6 new films. Move on. Now, I'm a little confused here. At first, I thought this was blood on her hand, but the more I look at it, it looks like, you know, the not exactly saliva, but the slime that comes off the alien. It's practically all the films. But then again, her hand is all muddy and stuff. So clearly she's about to encounter the alien. Not sure in what context yet, but I'm fairly certain that this is what's happening. Let's move on. This was kind of tough, kind of a tough shot to get. This guy is clear, or woman is clearly running away from something. You could see on the far left, the female over there in the tank top is kind of pressed against the wall, terrified of something. Clearly, this is the same short film as in the scene where I discussed the guy with the axe. So not sure what's happening here yet. Not sure, but it looks like the environment ties back to that shot earlier in the teaser with the red flashing light. So who knows? Move on. This was another tough shot to get. You can hardly tell what's happening. It's easier to get in the Containment teaser trailer. Basically, it is the female protagonist in the Containment short film running through the hallways as there are warning drills, just like in the first Alien, indicating that the facility or the space station or ship is about to self-destruct. There you go. Move on. Now, not completely sure what's happening here. I believe she starts yelling in a few seconds, but yeah, not a whole lot going on. Again, there's only so much we can say because not enough context. They're putting a giant collage of scenes from 6 different short films, so it's hard to get a read on this, but shit's going down. Shit's going down in this scene, I'll tell you that much. Move on. From a new generation of storytellers. Alright, nothing too fancy. Move on. Now this is probably the Moneymaker in all of these short films. In my teaser reaction, I said it's very reminiscent of when, in Aliens, when Burke let out 2 face huggers for Ripley and Newt. And here, I'm trying to see if she's the one trying to get this thing off of her, or if it's someone, or if someone's helping her. And is it even a she? It kind of looks like a she, right? I'm not stupid, right? I don't know. You guys let me know. But one thing that I'll note is, look at her armor. Look at her clothing, I mean. That is a spacesuit. So we're finally getting our first look at the spacesuits in these short films. You can see in the top right corner that, not even a beehive design, but it's very similar to the one in the first Alien. There you go. And you got those giant shoulder pieces as well, which are kind of reminiscent of that as well. And the facehugger looks like a practical effect, which I love. No CGI. Perfect. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. I love it. Let's move on. So the first short film, Alone. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Move on. So this guy, and we got a better read on this in the past trailer. He's the one who apparently gets impregnated. I'm wondering if this is the dude from the previous shot. I don't know. You guys let me know. I'm not good at reading faces. But he's grabbing onto the female protagonist in this short film. I believe it's Containment, even though it just said Alone. Not completely certain, but he's grabbing onto her and basically saying, you didn't see what we saw. And later on, I believe he's the one that is victim to the chestburster. And he's freaking out, and just a lot of stuff is going on. Love it. Let's move on. So this is something very new. This shows the female protagonist Ward from Containment that says, do not open. And she's using not her own blood, but someone else's blood. I believe it's actually from that guy that we just saw that the chestburster would eventually come out of. So this was really the only bloody thing in this Red Band trailer, by the way. Not a whole lot of bloodiness, not even any curse words. I'm not sure why it's a Red Band trailer. But anyway, let's move on. Containment. This is one that I've been referencing a lot because we got an individual teaser for it. And if you want to watch my reaction, link in the description. This was another tough shot to get. It's very blurry, but the xenomorph, or the alien, is grabbing onto this guy's beard, or just his face. We got a better view of this in the last trailer, because it's the same guy, but here's a better view. So, obviously some lights are flashing, and got the Weyland-Yutani badge on his left upper pocket, and a much better look at the alien. And again, practical effects. Don't see any CGI here. Loving it. Keep doing it. I'm going to say that every time I see these practical effects. Keep doing it. I love it. Let's move on. Now, he is actually being dragged away by the xenomorph. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Something I didn't really expect to see in this trailer, so it's pretty cool. And the next shot here is this lady kind of rushing from him, for him, ready to grab onto him and pull him away from the xenomorph. Pretty cool looking. She is freaking the heck out. Let's move on. Yeah, and here's the scene of her just trying to pull him back. I'm gonna place a bet here and say that he doesn't make it. I'm just gonna put that flat out, I'm placing bets. This dude is not going to make it. So, but hey, I could be wrong. We'll see. Let's move on. The next short film, Harvest. Next, we have the... this is pretty interesting. In the last trailer, I told you guys that I believe a chest burster is going to come out of a female character, because the stomach was really slim and it looked like a female, but I'm actually beginning to think that that scene is this. So there you go, and something's happening here. We have a new character right here. He has gray hair. I'm wondering if this is an android. I don't know why I'm making that accusation, but something's telling me. And to the top left corner there, we have an individual lying on the floor, either dead or alive. Looks like alive because you can see his or her hand right over there. So, gonna be a pretty intense scene. And if you are curious about the chest burster scene, go check out the last shot-by-shot analysis, link in my description, because it shows the practical effects of that. It's pretty cool. Moving on. So this relates to what I said earlier in the analysis. It was a woman just lurking around the ship or the facility, ready to beat the crap out of something. And I think this is what's happening. She's just beating the heck out of something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a face hugger. I doubt it's a chest burster, because those usually don't... humans don't usually attack those in the films. They're too quick. So I'm wondering what's going on here. But let's move on. The next short film, Night Shift. Moving on. Now, this is again something we saw in the last trailer. A bunch of miners running for the elevator and are about to close the door, as in this shot here, which is just shutting the elevator. Obviously, something's after them. I'm guessing it's because later in the trailer we're going to see the xenomorph actually take somebody down in this mining cave or facility. But we'll talk about that once we get there. Moving on. Yeah, it's actually right here. I thought it was actually later on in the trailer. We have an individual here who's looking at his or her hand. I'm guessing it is the saliva or the slime that kind of oozes off the alien. We got a better shot of this in the last trailer, just a heads up. But in this shot here, they are being taken away. So yeah, they're in caves, and one of them is just flying out of the place. Obviously the xenomorph is grabbing him or her, and nom nom nom. That's that's what's happening. The inner mouth is going to have a fun time. This next shot right here, the woman is looking at what's happening. She can't even comprehend it until this. Blood splashes all over her face, probably got on her little friends there, and shit just hit the fan. Okay? Shit just hit the fan. Excuse my profanity, but how else can you describe this? I think it's really cool. And again, the environment's really dark and spooky and gritty. It's very interesting. So let's move on. The next short film, Or, which is pretty... I'm wondering about this one, because I thought this past one was Or, but I guess that one was Night Shift. It's again, this collage of scenes just confuses me, but let's move on. So here we have a female individual who has fallen on the floor. You can see plants in the background, kind of tying into the last shot-by-shot analysis I did, where the dog was a part of this. Again, they encountered each other in this plant area, in the facility or wherever they are. And the next shot here, again, the plants on the right-hand side. And here we have the lady who is looking at something. She is freaking out. I'm kind of wondering if this is one of those cheap scare moments that are definitely apparent in the Alien films, where you think it's the alien that scares the hell out of these characters, but it turns out to be a cat, Jonesy, or the dog, or something just falls on the floor. I think it's one of those moments where the dog suddenly just appears, barks at her, and then she's saying to herself, "Oh, thank God," and then the alien has a brunch. There you go. Let's move on. The last one, I think this is the last one, Specimen. pretty interested about this one because can really focus on the Weyland Yutani Corporation and what they're after. Let's move on. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say here. Clearly, we have a female individual who is freaking out. Obviously, much like the rest of the scenes, stuff is going down. And I think this is where we see the alien. I mean, what else could it be? So, again, my mind is running in circles. I'm wondering what all these scenes could possibly be. But I'm pretty sure this is when she encounters the alien. I mean, if she's this terrified, what else could it be, right? But who knows? Let's move on. The Alien 40th Anniversary shorts, but we're not done here yet, kids. We got a few more shots. This next one here was really, really tough to get. Obviously, it's the Xenomorph. We have flashing white lights. That's really apparent in one of these short films, if not all of them. White flashing lights whenever the alien appears. I think it's actually all in one short film. I'm just wondering what it is. I don't know. Moving on. Here's a better look at the Xenomorph's mouth. Kind of similar to what we got in the last shots of the last trailer. This next one here is yet another look at the mouth. Very pretty. Again, we have practical effects. The teeth look beautiful. I like how it's all slimy and very reminiscent of what the aliens were in the first film. The alien was in the first film, I mean. So I'm loving it. A subscriber of mine actually noted that maybe this is the same design as the alien from Alien Covenant. And I'm wondering how these short films fit into the mythos, into the timeline. Maybe these very well will connect with Alien Covenant, kind of acting as a temporary placeholder until Alien Awakening. Who knows? I really don't know. Let's move on. Now, it's not a whole lot going on, you might think, but there's a ton of blood on the alien's chin right now. Obviously, she just had a little bit of dinner with her in her mouth, and somebody's head got exploded, and the blood just going everywhere. I love it. Very beautiful. I really hope they do figures from this short film. I'll take any. Please, do it, NECA. Moving on. Here is another view, again with the blood, the slime, the saliva. Crazy. Got some blood on the teeth as well, so it's looking very, very cool. On the left-hand side, you can actually see the shoulder plate, if you will. So indicating this is a different design than the aliens we're typically used to. Again, could very well be the Covenant alien, but something's telling me this is going to have a slightly different design. So, but hey, we'll see. Next. Coming Friday to IGN. That is why I'm doing a triple upload today, because it's coming Friday. Tomorrow. I believe it is, what is it, March 28th? I think tomorrow's the 29th. I'm not sure, but that's why I'm doing triple upload. I want to get everything out before we get our first official look at one of these films, if not all of them. And that is that. Hope you guys enjoyed this shot-by-shot analysis. I'll leave links to all my previous videos in the description provided. Don't forget to go check out the Sanctuary on Facebook, as well as all the lovely collectors of the Sanctuary, whose channels are in the links down below. We do a toy show every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Sanctuary YouTube channel. Definitely go check us out. And you guys, you comment on what you think about all of this. Are you excited? Are you not excited? What are you looking forward to most? What do you think is going to be shown tomorrow? Because coming Friday to IGN, that's pretty vague. Are we getting all 6 films? That'd be kind of crazy. It really would be. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I want to edit this, upload it, and I can get started on some really cool toy hauls and other videos for everybody. And that's that. So as always, people, have a good morning, evening, midday, whatever, and take care.